Eve can be considered the best Excel sheet user since she can work with Excel tables while playing mobile games. What up, humans? Kurumi here. Welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the Astro Warden, Eve. Eve is a mage hero with a set of buff, crowd control, area of effect, and burst skills. I consider Eve as a teamfight hero since all of her skills deal area of effect magic damage. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Eve based on our experience. We will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain her skills one by one for further understanding. Eve's passive galactic power greatly buffs her ultimate skill. Each time she deals damage with her first and second skill to enemy heroes, she gains galactic power. She gains stacks up to 10 times. She will instantly consume all the stored galactic power when she uses her ultimate skill. The stored charges will turn into additional number of casts of her ultimate skill in the starfield. Your passive skill is just useful when you use your ultimate skill. Other than that, it has no other purpose in the battlefield. Eve's first skill, Void Blast, lets her create an intergalactic explosion. Eve detonates galactic energy in a designated area which will deal magic damage to all enemies hit. The targets in the center of the area of effect will take extra magic damage, so it's best casting this skill accurately so that enemy heroes will be hit by the extra damage at the center. The range of this skill is possibly longer than your patience. Eve's second skill, Void Crystal, lets her slow down enemies continuously. She summons a Void Crystal in a designated spot which deals magic damage to all targets hit. You can use this skill again within a few seconds after casting this skill initially. Using it again will let the crystal radiate energy towards your designated direction for the next few seconds. The energy flow will deal magic damage to enemies hit and will reduce their movement speed. As long as the crystal exists in the battlefield, you can still cast the second instance of this skill. Just make sure you position the second instance well so the slowing effect and damage will not be wasted. If a target is hit multiple times by the energy, that target will take additional movement speed reduction, which is capped at 60%. The slow can also stop the enemies trying to escape from their Valentine's Day. The slow could also help you or your allies escape death. The combo of your first and second skill could help you clear minion waves easily even in the early game. Eve's ultimate skill, Real-World Manipulation, lets you create Excel tables in the battlefield. Casting this will create a 7x7 starfield in a designated direction that lasts for a long while. During this period, she can cast her ultimate for 15 times. The area of the starfield is massively big which can let you shoot Starfall in team fights from a safe distance. Enemies that enter or exit the starfield will have their movement speed reduced massively, but it only takes effect once on the same target. The slowing effects of the edges can greatly slow enemies trying to escape a team fight. Tapping a location on the starfield will launch a starfall that will deal great amount of magic damage. On the other hand, sliding on the starfield will launch a starfall to the order of your slide consecutively, which will deal less magic damage but will have a slowing effect to the target's hit. The tapping might have a burst damage, but if you do not make it hit, it will be pointless. So make sure to cast these starfalls ahead of the enemy. The slowing effect from swiping on the starfield could hinder enemies from chasing or escaping further. You can mix up the taps and swipes depending if there's a need to slow down the enemies with the swipes, so you can easily burst them down with the taps. The fun part of this is you don't consume mana every time you cast starfalls towards an area. While the starfield is present, Eve can be crowd controlled but the starfield will still be present. She will not just be able to cast starfalls while controlled, but the starfield will stay strong unlike your relationship with your ex. When she gets suppressed, the starfield will be cancelled. The starfield's duration will be over when you have consumed all the charges, or if you push the cancel button, or if you got suppressed. The cooldown of this skill is really long, so it's best to consider cooldown reduction items. Also take note that you can't use any skill, spell, or item while in the Starfield. The only thing you can do is cast your Starfalls, or cancel the skill. We did some experiment about Eve's ultimate skill on our Laboratomy video, which can be found on our YouTube channel. So better check it out to be the best Excel sheet data analyst. There are so many items that you can buy for Eve. You can use the Kurumi Way build if you want to deal burst damage along with some continuous damage. We chose the following items to bring out Eve's burst potential while supporting your allies. Demon Shoes gives you mana regeneration, and you also restore mana every time you kill a minion or engage in enemy hero killings. Ice Queen Wand will let you slow down enemies every time they are hit with your skill. Holy Crystal will grant you a large amount of magic power, which will improve your skill damage. Fleeting Time will reduce the cooldown of your ultimate skill for every enemy hero elimination or assist. Divine Glaive will grant you magic penetration, which will penetrate through the enemy's magic defense. Blood Wings will grant you lots of magic power and lots of health points depending on your magic power. On the other hand, you can use the Eavesdrop build if the enemy's lineup has lots of squishy heroes like marksmen and mages. This build focuses on your extreme burst capability. Winter Truncheon has an active skill that freezes you for a few moments, which will make you immune to all damage and debuffs, but you are not able to move while on this state. But at the moment, you are not allowed to use the active skill while present on the Starfield. Lastly, you can use the Dora the Explorer build if you prefer to visit lanes for better map control. We included Courage Mask as her roaming item. Courage Mask has an active skill buffs you and allies near you with additional movement speed. Buying masks will grant you gold and EXP when you are ranking last on gold and EXP farmed on your team. This makes you worry no more on farming while visiting lanes non-stop for more hero killings. Necklace of Durance will decrease the regeneration effects of the enemies hit by your skills. Glowing Wand will deal continuous damage to enemies when they are damaged by your skills. The item build for Eve really depends on the enemy's lineup, so make sure to read each item's descriptions so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Eve is Flame Shot. Using this spell will knock back enemies hit near you, reduce their movement speed, and will deal certain amount of magic damage. This will be helpful especially when enemies try approaching you, or kill enemies escaping death. You can also consider Flicker. This can really help you run from danger or chase enemies. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Mage Emblem set. Custom Mage Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a burst mage. Set agility to its max level because it can give you additional movement speed. Setting observation to max level will provide additional magic penetration on your skills. Get Impure Rage to deal extra damage depending on the enemy's current HP. Impure Rage also restores your mana. For me, it's the best thing to get since Impure Rage has a short cooldown which can help you poke enemies. Set first skill to max level first to make the damage output higher and the cooldown lower. Prioritize second skill less since your first skill is what you need for better damage dealing. Always upgrade ultimate skill when available for upgrading. In terms of her combo, we usually use a really easy combo for Eve depending on the situation. For team fight situations, this is the combo we usually use. First, we use our second skill to slow down enemies. This will let us aim our first skill better to deal more damage. But you can also use first skill first and second skill if you are confident of your aiming skills. Then, we use our ultimate skill. While in the Starfield, you can use a variety of tapping or swiping depending on the situation. But for us, we tap while the enemy is still slowed down by your second skill. Then, we just swipe on the enemy's tracks ahead to slow them down again, then do the tapping again for more satisfying burst damage. If ever the enemy is about to escape the Starfield, spam Starfalls on that spot. Then if they are still alive, we just use our Flame Shot with our 200 IQ level of algebra, geometry, and fortune-telling skills. Additional tip: choose your spells wisely. Not because a spell deals massive damage doesn't mean it's the best for you. Try assessing the enemy's lineup first, then choose the best spell that could counter most of the enemy heroes. Also, if you believe that ghosts doesn't exist, then how you can explain this phenomenon? I got stunned out of nowhere. Sounds like ghosting in Valentine's will be rampant too, isn't it? The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Eve. This video just guides you on how to use Eve the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Eve. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to our channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the community tab for the giveaway post. We have our Ko-fi account just in case you want to donate us some Yakult or milk tea funds for Loka G. Check our Ko-fi link on the description of this video. Please only trust bootcamp videos from our official accounts. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers.